well, thanks for tuning in to Two Fools and a Mic. We got a new show for you today. First thing we wanted to talk about was Josh's lack of
ridiculousness last night, actually, because yesterday was Valentine's Day. I completely dropped the ball. I didn't get anything from my fiance, and then I proceeded to.
That is the biggest no-no ever.
All right, well, I get that.
You suck.
But then I proceeded to go to Walmart shopping with her all night long and still didn't buy her anything. And in fact, I didn't even wish her a happy Valentine's Day. And she wrote me an entire thing on Facebook saying that she loved me and all that crap too. And I didn't even comment on it or even like it. So if you want to talk about Douchebag of the Week, I think you're looking at him right here. But, yeah, they can see me. But enough about me. I mean, we all know I'm retarded. But
oh, my goodness.
Hey.
That's a whole new level you reached today.
Listen, dude. I'm going to be honest. She told me that she didn't want flowers. But she told me that like 6 months ago. And
when a woman says I don't want flowers or I don't want anything for Valentine's Day, she's just expecting you to do it anyway.
Listen
really.
To me. Okay.
How old are you now?
I am 27, actually. But
by now you should know this.
Yeah, but
you always get your woman something.
I will next time.
You better do it soon, before this week is over.
Yeah, well, you need money to do something like that. Unfortunately, I'm poor.
That's true.
But, I mean, we could go on and on about women.
Well, yeah, we could. That might be for another show because we already got this one planned. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well.
They suck. Anyway, okay. First topic is, by the way, all this information is coming from a English website. It's called Mirror. I believe it's an English paper, right?
Yeah, it's an English tabloid.
Yeah. And so basically all the figures that we're giving you are in pounds, not dollars. And the first topic is there is this football player in England, right?
Yeah. Not American football.
Not American football, so it's soccer.
He's a soccer player. Yeah.
So he's a soccer player.
They say football.
And he makes 150,000 pounds a week.
That's what it said.
Okay. Now, I'm not exactly sure of the exchange rate, but that's a lot of money. And so what happened was what was it? Was it the town or was it the government that was doing this thing?
It's some kind of government program, kind of like what they do here with the not the food stamps, but like HEAP and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm comparing it to.
All right.
Like here we get HEAP and it's something that they had to apply for, and the government grants them, the money or.
Well, that's odd in right in itself. Why would a millionaire be applying for it?
They should automatically be exempt for the amount of money that they make. But that was the problem because the one guy that was running the program or whatever was upset because the whole story is the soccer player makes all this money and this old lady is 98 years old, gets denied. She doesn't get it. And the reason that the program manager said was because the amount of space that they were going to cover as far as what she had, the 98-year-old lady had a small house.
Yeah. And
the small house was not going to save her any money by putting that stuff in. But the guy who has a mansion, he's got a mansion. He makes a lot of money. He's got a mansion, and they're going to do the work in the mansion. And
it was 10,000 pounds worth of work, by the way.
Right, and it was going to make a bigger difference in the mansion, so they went with the guy with the mansion.
Hey, it was
actually going to save him money.
The whole thing I'm getting from this is the fact that it's not just America that
that's screwed up.
That takes care of their rich people is what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
You know this expression. If you're the richer you are, the more money, the more they protect your money. I mean, it's just, if you're rich, the government will protect every dime you make and every shit you take.
Well, no matter how much you try to justify it, it's just wrong.
Well, yeah, it's wrong on so many levels.
They need to give it to the people.
Like, how do you go to that 98-year-old woman who's freezing to death in their home. You know, she's just sitting there. And in the picture, in the illustration, she was gripping a heated water bag, and she was wrapped up in blankets and stuff. It was actually a really sad photo. But
all she had on was a sweater. She had a sweater on, a scarf, and she had the water bag. Yeah, and she's hugging it like this. And if I can get my producer to actually put the picture up,
this guy, that would actually be a good idea to post it up on the video. But
listen, governments don't care about old people. They really don't. They honestly don't. She's 98 years old. They look at it like
she's on her way out. You know,
why are we spending money on somebody who's going to die in 2 days? You know what I mean?
It just goes to show you that in order to be any type of government,
that's the way it is here too.
Oh yeah,
that's why they get sent to.
This is actually a really big eye opener for me because I actually thought that the rest of the world was a little bit different than us. But I mean, we are talking about our big brother, England. But
yeah,
I mean, we got everything from them.
They're our roots.
Yeah. So I mean, it like I was saying, it goes to show you if you're going to be any type of government official, you can't have a conscience. You literally have to be inhuman to do politics.
Well, you really have to be able to not think about
not care
the happiness of everybody.
Yeah.
And just do
the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, but in this case that doesn't even work. Because this was just blatant stupidity on everybody's part.
Yeah.
I mean, the football player is like he's outraged and he tried to go after the people, but in my opinion, I think he's just doing it so that he doesn't get bad headlines. But
if he's making that much money and he's that worried about it, why don't he just dish out some money and
give the lady the
work that she needs in her house to fix the energy savings or whatever?
I haven't heard anything about that one.
We gotta move on.
Okay, all right, we could talk about that for days. Oh, this is an interesting one. Technology at its best. The self-checkouts. They have them here. They have them everywhere, pretty much, at a grocery store. And
Walmart's probably the biggest one around here.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't even put it past Walmart being the biggest one in England either, but because Walmart, those things are everywhere. But well, think about it. You got 50 square miles around here. There's how many?
50 square miles?
I can't even count.
Probably 4 or 5, I'm thinking at least.
I can, at least, dude. You know? But, 1 out of every 5 of these self-checkout machines gets robbed, right?
That's what it's saying, yeah.
And so that means 20% of these things are getting robbed. Now, just to throw out some figures, the corporation or whatever lost 1.6 billion pounds of money last year, right? Yeah. Now, you think 1.6 billion pounds, you know, in the exchange rate, that's even in pounds, that's ridiculous.
I don't know what the exchange rate is. Can you search that for us?
Yeah, just find that out real quick.
Type in exchange rate for pound to dollar.
Yeah.
Or dollar to pound, whichever.
I just need to know what in dollars 1 pound is.
Another less extravagant fact in that was one third of everybody that uses the self-service checkout is frustrated and curses and swears at it.
I've done that, and I'll bet you have too, because it tells you after you scan it, it tells you must put the stuff in the bag, and if you don't, it, like, everything screws up, so you got to start over.
Well, the only frustration I found when I did it, I've used it a few times, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a total of 3 times, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the only frustration I had really was that I was trying to scan something and it wouldn't scan it. I mean, it's just, and I think everybody who is a cashier or a teller probably knows the frustration of that. So,
but even in the self checkouts, I don't know if it's the same way in England because I've never been over there. But in America, at the self checkouts, they still have a person that's there just in case. Did you find it?
Yeah. What's the figure?
One point. Yeah, I just need to know what 1 pound is.
It's 1.6 billion.
1 pound is $1.67.
Holy crap!
So 1.6 billion pounds would be how much?
1.6 billion.
Yeah, a crap load.
You're talking like 2 billion.
You're talking more than that.
Over $2 billion.
Yeah. If it's what? $1 what?
$1.60 something. I didn't know it was that much.
Well, I didn't know it went up that much. Because back when my father went to England, it was a pound was $1.30. And that was a long time ago. It was like 2008, 2007. Anyways, while our producer finds that, they still have a person there that helps you with your stuff if something doesn't scan right, and even them sometimes they don't even know what's going on. Of course,
well, this didn't say who the retailer was. It just said retailers that have that self-service. But we're just going with Walmart because they're the biggest one that we know of around here.
Yeah.
It's about 2,678,720.
So 2.5 billion.
Yeah, but just over 2.6.
Just over 2.5 billion.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. Whew.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
You'd think if it doesn't matter who it was, if it was me, I'd be shutting them things down. Get them out of my store.
That's too much money to lose. Why would they even use it? Anyway, we got to move on.
I mean, if they're making that much money and they're not worried about it.
It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
At a business standpoint, you can't look at that figure and say,
It's
we can do without that $2.5 billion.
Yeah,
But that's collectively like
the board sits around a table.
You got to think that's not just one business either, or one store per se.
That you know what that tells me.
Put together.
That's what that tells me that each one of those self checkouts is their own private contractors. You know what I mean? Because you're saying that it happened in multiple different stores. What? You're saying it happened in multiple different stores, so
it really didn't give us that much information as to what retailers. It didn't say. So I'm just assuming that it was probably a conglomerate of stores. They probably just took a random survey or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't really give us that much information.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, here's my favorite topic right here.
Yes, and we're running out of time, so we gotta get this in here.
Bieber.
The Fab Boy, Justin Bieber. They are actually, the government is getting into this. Like, the actual United States government is getting into the fact that there has been a petition signed to deport him back to Canada. For those of you who didn't know, he was actually Canadian. He is not American at all. And there's been over 239,000 signatures signed on this petition. So let's just put it, I mean, that's not a lot of people for the amount of people in America.
No, but you have to have, in order to get the government involved, it has to be over 100,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, it from We the People magazine was the one that ran the article. And it just, I mean, first of all, like, our government doesn't have enough to worry about. Now we're trying to deport a pop singer because he can't behave himself, and his parents can't smack him to get him back in line.
I think whoever allowed him in this country should be spanked.
Well, they're gonna
slapped around, beaten senseless.
We need to find them. We're gonna put them in a room. We're gonna beat the crap out of them.
No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put them in a room and make them listen to Miley Cyrus.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
60 days straight.
Yeah, and then we'll try and deport her back to wherever she came from. Because I'm pretty sure she came from a different planet.
She can wreck his ball.
Yeah. She can lick his hammer. Well,
anyway.
That's all the time we got for this show on Two Fools and a Mic, and I hope you join us next time. Thank you very much.